Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Project Egg Show. I'm your host, Ben Gothard, and today we have the honor of speaking with Brilliant Liu. How you doing, Brilliant?
Been great. Been looking forward to this. Thanks for inviting me.
Hey, me too, man. I'm so excited to be able to chat with you because I really want to ask you, what is your story?
My story started long time ago. I'm just, I used to be a kid who just want to, help the world, change the world one time at a time. But turns out being kind to other people, uh, it's really my kind of thing. And I really want to create as many as leaders as possible as the quote goes. And helping people, inspiring one soul at a time. When I see them smiles, when I just want to help as many as people as possible with all my experience while I'm alive. I think that's one of my mission of life while I'm alive.
That's awesome. How did you come to that conclusion?
I think that all started when I first saw a chain of kindness when I was actually be kind to a person. There was a kid. He reached me out and he asked about House of Leaders, a page I created. How did I create it? How did I grow it? How do have that passion inspiring people? I teach that kid, and now the kid is actually helping other people for free. Because when I asked him, "What did you help that person for free?" At first, that person paid, but comes out that person runs out of money. So I just decided to help because I just want to help, touch my heart. So this is amazing things to do.
And so, what did he want to learn from you?
First, the thing he learned is he want to learn about Instagram because that's a platform I use to inspire to build my leadership blog, so I can inspire more people to be more conscious about leadership, about kindness, because that's really important in life. But turns out he changed, he changed into something of me I have, which is I keep saying to him, if you want to build anything in life, start with offering value, because if you don't offer value, you can't get any value back. And if you want to offer, let's say, shout out to others, if you want to sell anything, don't focus on the price, focus on the value you deliver, and then set the price. That's what he at first he sell really high, and I keep telling him that. And one day he just changed, and just every single time he talks now, he just want to help people. Money is the second thing, and that really changed his life. He come talk to me, he hug me, yeah, we do some stupid stuff. It's really amazing, just me.
So it seems like your platform that you use to reach people is Instagram. So
Yes.
can you talk about like the story of how you first really got started with your business, how that how you built your platform and really like got into it all?
um I've been using Instagram for almost 4 years, almost 5 years. And Instagram really, well, I kind of have to admit it changed my life. Started from when I created my leadership blog, so I built it, and just gotten bigger and bigger. And a lot of people, more people every single day is asking me, how did I did this? How did I build the followers? How how did I successfully manage to get into this point? And so I created the network, and the network worked. And you know, other than helping one people, so I think I can help more people at once. So I created that network. So it did it. I created it, and I failed a lot of times, but I finally successfully created one that was ideal to help other people, a lot of people, and it helped. It's been 3 years for that network, and it's really grow bigger. Everyone in there is helping each other, supporting each other hand by hand. And from Instagram, and after my page grow bigger, I was able to help more people by replying every single DM, email, or comments that they send me. And from that, I can also start another campaign or of a kindness campaign, any project, get interviewed by podcast so I can inspire more people, get invited to a show to speak to inspire more soul. So, but my point is, whatever platform you use, but when you change your mindset from want to get something from that thing to I want to overvalue first. So when that I just want to overvalue. So value, because before you finally ask for something in return, we can't succeed in anything. This is what I'm sure about because that's what I keep telling my student, my mentee, and works all the time, 100%.
So it seems like initially you started your leadership blog, and then it seems like you were exploring and looking for a platform to reach more people to get them to read the blog or to provide value through the blog. And it seems like that's how you then came across Instagram. So why did you start the blog in the first place? Like, did you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm gonna blog, or like, how did it really come about?
So I met my first mentor at January 2015. He changed my life, changed my mindset. He made me realize that, well, I used to have a really bad life. My mom was divorced twice. I was involved in the marriage, so I don't have any friends. I don't even dare to talk to someone. I just think, no, I'm just gonna live my life like this until I die. I don't care about life because my parents don't even care about me. But one day, I talked to someone, which is my first mentor. He tells me that I was born for something more, not just for this, and that changed my life. I followed him. I leave my job, like I follow him for everything, and he teaches me about leadership. That's when I fall in love with leadership. So I think I'm gonna blog about leadership because this is important. If leadership can change my life, this can change a lot of people's life because in my country, uh, corruption is everywhere, chaos is everywhere. So I think people could use a little bit of leadership at least. So I tried blogging about leadership on Instagram, the only platform I used that time. Because that time, usually, even this time, in my country seldom use Facebook, Snapchat, or Twitter. They only use Instagram mostly. So I use Instagram, the only platform I have that time. So I started blogging, and I happened to face across another influencers, which is that time introduced me the terms influencers. So okay, this is a new term for me. So I start researching, I start learning more about it. I start asking him about it, and he say, you know what? If you want to grow, you pay our network, you join us. I did. I almost spent all of my money I have on that network, and finally, I'm able to grow. I find a way to grow, and this happened. I used to not believe in this, but everyone laughed at me when I start blogging about leadership. Even my mom, even my closest friends, my family say, "You crazy? Why are you creating this? Go find a real job." And I just say, "This is my dream. If you can't even trust on my dream, then let me at least let me try it and do it. I don't care about you. I just want to do this and let me do it and change my life on what I decide that day." It happens to have Instagram on my phone, and I just use it. That's why I say any platform will do as long as you actually execute your dream.
So it wasn't as much the platform. That wasn't the important
Yeah.
thing. It was
Yeah.
the dream. And it seems like you were in a position where like it almost seems like this is what you had. Like it seems like there were a lot of other things that weren't really going well, or they weren't positive things in your life, and like this was the place where you could be creative, where you could like be and create and build something that was greater than where you were and what was around you.
Yeah, at that time, 2015, no, 2014, 15, and 16 is my time where I take it or leave it. My mom came with me and she say, you know what? If you don't work really hard from now on, we might have to sell our house and we might have to sell our car because we are really broke. We don't have any money left. I still have to send your brother to school, and I still have to keep our family alive because we need to eat and the money is running out. So if you're not working hard for the sake of our family, we might have to sell this house you love so much. So I think, damn it, have to work my ass off. So that time I worked 5 jobs at a time and blogging at the same time. That's why a lot of motivator or inspire like people like Gary Vee or maybe Tom Billy or everyone say the same thing. The really important thing is how much patience you have, how much work and effort you put in something you really, really want to make happen. And it's true because everything doesn't matter anymore. When I was building the network of influencers, there's a time I don't sleep for 5 days straight. I only sleep for one day, just sleep like this, and then I wake up and then I work again. So for 5 days straight, because I was really building something to help other people and I love, and just happened. And just want to share a quotes that really changed my life, but you have to get it in order because people don't get it. The quotes came with if you love what you do and do what you love came in order. Just find out if you don't love what you do, you can't love what you work. So you have to do something you love so you can love that thing and make a fortune of it. Because in the end, you have to find a way to make money from your platform because you can't. If you don't, you can't live. But as I always say, is value verse.
So you were working 5 jobs and
Yeah.
you were starting this new blog and business at the same time.
Yes. If you, I can name it if you want.
That is unreal. How did you actually do that? Like, when would you fit in the time for the blogging, and like, what did that actually look like on a day to day?
Blogging will takes me every single time I have time. I will open my phone. I wake up every single day at 5 a.m. I go to my main job, which is I'm a broker at that time. I'm a trader. I help people trade their money on Forex. And then I'm also an insurance agent, which I have to close. Well, I still have to put my mindset that I want to help people instead of getting their money. And I'm also my mentor is in MLM, multi-level marketing platform, so I can learn about leadership. So I have to sell something. So I literally every single day always take a product to my office at my broker firm, and I have to attend every single day the workshop they host at 7 p.m. And I usually spend from 9 until 11 or 12 to speak with my mentor so I can get some new insights. Aside from that, I also take um, some printing jobs. So I help people design anything they want, and I go to a place where I can print it for them and then take it for them. And at another job is I take a project which they call it program. So people want to make program, people can code. I will take it and I will. I have a team. I will take it to them and they will make it, make the program, and then I will be the marketer. I will decide. I will negotiate on the price, and then I will take the sales to them, and then I will be the middle person. So yeah, that's 5 jobs, including the blogging at the same time.
So At what point did you make the transition to working solely or full time on the blog, or like what does that
Oh,
actually look like now?
okay. When my mom know I was working at 5 jobs, we finally make peace. Um, I opened the door, and then I saw her crying for the first time in my life for something I don't understand, and then I I go near to her, and then I ask her, "Why are you crying? Is there anything happen? Do we have to sell our house now?" No. I found out that you're working at 5 jobs at a time. You don't have to do that. This was supposed my doing, not you. I want my kid, my son, to be happy, not to be, not sleeping every single day, working really hard every single day. But this is supposed to be my job as a mother, not you. Because in our culture, Asian culture, you can live under your parents' hood until you are married. So you still have to get every single parents in Asian culture will think like that. That there's their responsibility until you get married. So and then I tell it's okay because I did this for my family. I realized that I've not been working really hard. I've been distracting my focus into games, into watching movies instead of my family. I have to build my legacy. I have to build this empire to help you, to support you. At least I can make you proud. No, all I tell my mom, all I want is that I can make you proud before you really leave me in this world. So, and then we cry, we finally be vulnerable to each other, we open everything up, we hug. And then she gives me a piece of advice that I use until now. If you focus on 5 things, you won't succeed on every single thing. You have to choose one and put your heart and soul into it, your sweat, everything. So I break it down. Insurance is not gonna be my future. Everything's not gonna be my future unless blogging. But blogging is not making me money at that time, and I need. But so I think if this is what it takes, then I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna build it because this is what I want. So put aside the money thing, I focus on helping people, and it changed my life when I reached. There's a person, my good friend from Instagram. He tells me I almost sell my page 3 times. The first is when it reached 30K, 60K, and 80K because I'm running out of money and my family needs money. Finally came to me after I want to sell my page for the third time. They say, "Hey man, you've been really far, and we're really proud of you. We can't be prouder to have you as a friend, but you can't stop now. You are one way, just really close to 100K. Usually, 100K is the first checkpoint, and once you reach 100K, trust me, your life will change. People will come to you for a shout out, maybe if you need the money. But once you reach 100K, more people is gonna listen to you because you have 3 digits, 100K. So okay, I will not give up. I will not let you guys down. This will be the last time I want to sell my pitch and get back up. I hustle. I find a way to reach 100K. They and then I ask, give me goals. How long should I set myself to be able to reach 100K? 6 months. Awesome. I reached it in 3 months because I was working really hard. I was really proud of that.
So once you got to the 100K, what happened?
A lot of people reached me out. They was really surprised with the growth I have. They asked me about it, and of course, I said it for free before I finally start a network of it because I realized more people need to know about this. But what I want to say is because my growth is really fast, my followers is really active. People want that. People need to buy promotion. Well, that's the first time I received promotions. I don't understand that hey man, can you post it for me? Oh yeah, sure. Um, Before I posted, he asked about, do you have a PayPal? Yeah, I have a PayPal. Why? Because I want to pay you for this. Really? How much? You tell me how much. And then that I freaked out. I found every single of my friend who is 100K plus. Hey man, how much do you sell for startup? I don't even know. I don't even have a price, but someone's reaching me out for my price, and that excites me. And I'm kind of really a professional traction people person. So before I get into um, selling the shout outs, I really, really teach and drop value to that person. How the caption should be, how the picture should be, how the link in the bio should be. Every single thing I know, I will share to people. Usually take to 10, 20. The maximum email I get is to 50 plus email before we finally get to shout the first promotions. Because of that people refer me to other people, and that other people refer me to other people, and until now we're still working together. And it's really amazing how much value I can get back in return, and that changed my life. I finally can make a really stable income to support my family, and from this page I can make another business of it, because I can help more people. And every single time I start a new business, a a place to create more money in the future, I start with creating value first, because I have seen it myself. I created a value, I offer value, and I get it back in return. And when I start, every single time it works. Value first, and then people will come in. And even I used to not be able to talk because I was, my mom have a really, really weird relationship with my real dad. So they're really protective of me. My mom don't want my dad to kidnap me. My father is always trying to meet me. So I can't get out of home. I don't know how to talk. And when I found out, I was stutter. So I was stutter really bad. But I start doing public speaking more, and now I have raving fans. People want me to talk, want me to speak. I was just invited to speak at TED. So it's really amazing how much value I can get when I overvalue first.
That's amazing. That is an amazing story. So out of a place of need, of true need, you built something, value first, you built something and grew it something amazing very quickly. And then people started to want to work with you, and they tried to pay you just because of all the value that you were providing first. And it seems like you put out so much, you gave so much, and then that you got to the 3 digits, and then bam, it just started coming back in waves and waves. Yeah. That's amazing. So that's how you got, it seems like that's really how you got started, right?
Yep.
Where are you now?
I just get a goosebumps from that question. It's amazing, Ben. I think 21-year-old brilliant, you asked me back then, will I be able to reach my point now? I won't believe it. Even if you show me a picture of me speaking in front of everyone, I won't believe myself. But now I'm in a place I'm really at peace with myself, because I'm vulnerable with myself, towards me, towards my mom, towards my brother, and towards my fiance. I'm really at peace in myself, because every single day I wake up, I know I can inspire one soul, and that's enough. Just one soul at a minimum. Be kind to one person minimum at a day. At least I know where to go. I have my business where I can lead my team, I can develop them, and my team can support all the people they can support, because they also wanted to help people, because they realize how much it can change people's life when they get overvalued to them. And when it comes to my page, I have 1.2 million soul following me, and realizing I can inspiring 1.2 million. You know, there's a time when people DM me, hey man, thank you for posting that quote the other day and replying my comments on so he sent me a comment, he asked me a bunch of questions, and I replied that, and he said thanks to me. I say, why? I almost get myself killed. If you don't post that, if you don't reply me, I will probably jump off the building. And he said thanks, we connected in deeper level. He tell me everything and dropped my tears. It really was emotional, the thing he get through. A lot of people will understand because that's from him, but I understand because I've been passed through these things, and I know it's really hard. It seems easy because you're not the one undergo that, but when you are someone in that situation, you put yourself in that situation, is really hard to get through that situation. So okay, the connection is unstable. Let's get back now. So I got past that. A lot of people, that's just the only person. I have a lot of people thanking me for that. So really amazing feeling I get from just that. So now I'm really at peace, because I know I can make something bigger, and not just playing games at home, watching movies. I can change people's life. I have the power to touch souls and change their mindset, change their lives. And now that I'm be able to speak in front of everyone without having to make excuses I used to have, feels amazing. I feel like a really powerful human being every single time I touch a soul.
So in 1,000 years, 10,000 years, when people look back on Brilliant, what do you want them to think?
That Brilliant not only refused to gives up on his life and his family, but he actually want to inspire every single people that look back on me, that and sending a message to them that they shouldn't give up on life either, because you just live once. Why wouldn't you? Why would you waste on that life? The fact that I always think back that my mom spent 9 months. A lot of people ask me that you should hate your mom. You used to hate your mom. Why you love her so much? Because I realized that she was doing everything she can to. He was carrying me in her womb for 9 months, and that's really painful process. And she still want to keep me, she want to protect me. He raised me, and it's really amazing of life. What can life be if you really put your attention on life instead of your problem, the disappointment, the negative things? When you focus on the positive things, and you just tweak it a little bit from I to we, from from selfish things. Well, you got to be self-care. You have care for yourself. You can't self-sacrifice, but you have to, for me, you have to put other people first before yourself, because that's what matters.
So it seems like you want people to be inspired, and to be inspired by not only your story, but by the other people that are inspired, and almost like you were talking about in the beginning, create that chain of inspiration of one person to another person to another person.
Yes. I used to say this to all my students I teach on Instagram for free. I don't want your money. keep it. The only thing I want is when you meet someone like you who really needs your help in the future, help them. That's all I need. And when they really did that, well, I do it in front of them sometimes, but I do it most of the time in their backs. But really put a big fat smile on my face when I'm so proud of them.
So it seems like you've done a lot of work on yourself and just a lot of work in general.
Yeah, I've changed a lot. I used to be an emotional kid. When you say something, I used to get really irritated when people discuss about my family because I can't accept them. I hate them. I used to hate them. It's true. So usually when people ask me about my mom, that will increase my, I can get angry easily. And if you keep forcing me to tell that story, either I cry or I get angry at that person or I get crazy. But yeah, that's why I say I'm in peace with myself right now. I changed a lot and it's really, really hard process to go through, but God gives us brain, God gives us a really amazing body to, God, though, I'm not into the religion, but someone once told me that God won't give us a really a something that we can go through. So if God gives us that mission, that means we can go through that. So if you only have to find a way, that's all. But when I was in a few first month of dating my fiance, when we were boyfriend and girlfriend, there's a time of period we fight every single day for the whole month, and that got us crazy. We even almost ended breaking up, but finally we realized this is a process. We are growing. So if we don't ended up breaking up and we don't give up on our relationship and instead we fight against the problem to find a solution and not fighting against each other, we grow, and I'm sure we will make a hell of a power couple and we can inspire a lot of people, we can help a lot of souls. So let's not give up. And turns out I'm so proud of her too, and I'm so proud of us.
So after doing all that work, what questions do you have about yourself now?
Now, what I really want is, my fiance tells me to slow it down, but I want to speed it up because, I only get maybe 30 years, 4 years to live, but I'm really selfish about helping as many as people as I can while I'm alive. So I really want to speed my process of awareness so I can help more people, more souls. That's all I want. I pour all my focus on that.
And how do you, what's your process of increasing your awareness?
Doing more free workshops, cheaper workshops, as long as it close the entire the stage, the every single, how to say, is it the least? Well, they cost the cost of me hosting workshop. I won't take any money. This one to host more workshop, to get the more interview, to be able to speak on most stages. Even a few times I was invited speaking, I try to get a hold of other events near that. Hey, can I host an event for free for your university or for your events? Anything for free. I just want to inspire your maybe your students or anyone, because that's one of my mission of life. That's what I did usually. Other than inspiring every single people I have on my page, I have around 60K on my personal, around 1.2 or 1.3 from House of Leaders. So, that something really amazed me when someone from German emailed me and he say, "Hey man, you really inspired my life. Where are you from? Indonesia. Oh, I happen to be in Bali. Where do you located? Again, I'm in Medan. Can I fly to meet you? You're crazy? Yes, but would you really fly here? He really booked a ticket and he fly to my office and we talk and he say, please keep doing what you're doing because you are inspiring the people in German, especially my city. We are a big fan of yours. I never know that. That really amazing. And that's the reason I keep doing what I'm doing. It's really amazing. It really touched my heart. The first time people really fly to my small town where I live and really talk to me. That's why if I tell this story to 21-year brilliant, he won't believe it. Trust me. Crazy. How much work will it get to get there? But when you know that this thing is possible, and to focus one thing at a time and not focus, patience, and it's really change your life because you have to change your mindset first before you get to the work. Because mindset is a king. When you change your mindset, you get more perspective, you get more humble, you are able to be vulnerable, you open to people's opinion, feedback, because you are self-aware of yourself, change everything. That's what people have to work first before their business. That's what I think.
And how exactly do you go about doing that?
Doing work on myself.
Recalibrating your mindset.
It's really hard and painful process because I have to throw away there's a time when my mentor asked me, you're gonna go to that person and invite that person to our event. It's really hard, I say. Why? That person is powerful than me, more powerful than me. He owned a business, he had a really great family. He's really successful. And just a kid out of nowhere show up in his office, inviting him to an event, which that time he was more successful than me. That was the wrong mindset I had at that time. So my mentor came to me and say, if you keep thinking that way, you won't get anywhere in life. You have to shift your mindset. So he started giving me books. We don't have podcasts yet that year. So he started giving me books. I started reading the Napoleon Hill, Think Grow Rich books, start reading Dale Carnegie books. So I started reading leadership books and I start meeting him. At the first or the second month, I always go meet him and I really have to thank and give him credit for that. I meet him until usually 12 or 1 a.m. in the morning before I finally want to go home because before I follow him, I ask him a question. If I need your help until 2 or maybe 3 a.m. in the morning, will you help me? Yes, I will help you. That's what I do. That's what I'm claiming. I book his time. I ask every single thing I want to ask. I don't understand about the book. So slowly, it really changed my life. Oh, and if you read the books but you don't apply it, it will go away. So I read it, I apply it, I read it, I apply it, I read it, I apply it, and that's the cycle every single day until. And at the same time, I was also blogging at the same time, inspiring people. So I get a lot of questions about leadership. So every single time I get a question that I don't know the answers about, I will start reading book, I will start asking my mentor. So I learn at the same time. And the only way to be able to learn fast is to teach other people, is to share your knowledge, is to share value. So got me to where I want really fast because I'm actually doing it in order. Learning, executing, doing it, and sharing that value, that knowledge to other people. And that cycle goes over and over again until now. Because now that's what I'm doing. People were surprised when I was actually hosting a workshop about branding, and they asked me, "Brilliant! I never seen you in the field of branding. I don't know you know branding. I don't know. I just know about branding 3 months ago. 3 months ago, but you seems like an expert. Yes, because I really got deep into it and I learned about it. I answer people question. I host a workshop and I apply it to my business. I'm sure actually teaching you, coaching people. Yeah, I will know really fast because I am doing every single thing I do that what an expert will actually do. Because I always begin with the end in mind. I do what successful people do so I can be successful too. It's not that I want to be successful and I suddenly wake up and successful. No, that thing won't happen.
So it seems like you read and you learn and you ask questions from your mentor, and then you teach what you've learned, and then people ask you questions, and then you continue researching and you continue asking questions to learn. And it's like this cycle of like learn, ask, teach, answer, learn.
Yes. And have to apply it too.
Oh, and implement.
Yes, implement. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Thank you. That's
brilliant.
My name. There's a funny story about that. So I met my friend Joel in Bali. He invited me to speak on one of his events. This is really funny. We've been in contact. We send message from DM for 1 year or 2 years. He called me brilliant. And then when he invited me, he said, "Hey man, can you send your passport so I can buy you the ticket, the flight ticket?" So I sent him my passport. My God, your name is actually brilliant. Of course, my name is brilliant. You were calling me that whole time. I thought you made up that name because a lot of Asians here at Australia or US have made that name. They have a Chinese name. That's why they have a made up. No, that's my real name. And we laugh. It's really funny though. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I used to hate that name because my high school teacher used to call me average because I'm not good at school. I'm really bad at school. Call me average, and he say, "One day you're gonna claim that name if you are really brilliant." So it's really hard name to live on, but I finally get through it. Finally, I realized I don't have to be brilliant at every single field. I just have to be brilliant at a field. I'm brilliant ready.
That's awesome. So I want to thank you very, very much for coming on the show today. It's been very, very special and very meaningful for me. You have an amazing story, and I'm very grateful that you would share it. I do have one more question for you, then we'll wrap it on up. What question should I be asking you that I just wouldn't think to ask?
What's the question? Let me think. I think you should be asking me more questions about, well, how I got through this. What's the thing that really got me through in my life? The really one thing.
And what is that one thing?
I think that really one thing is vulnerability. So being self-aware of yourself and being open to other person. Because a lot of people, I just shared this on a few workshops I host, that a lot of people think being vulnerable means being weak because you are open up your flaw to other people. But when I dig deep into that, I think vulnerability is one of the elements you have if you want to be a great leader. And once you start being vulnerable, especially to yourself, you're making peace with yourself and you're making peace with your inner child because you understand, you explain to your inner child that that's okay. What happens in the past is gonna stay in the past, but I'm gonna do something on our future. So you better trust me, hold my hand, we're gonna do this together. So be vulnerable about every single thing, every problem, every flaw you have to yourself. And when people actually ask you, be really comfortable on your vulnerability. Be really comfortable on your flaws, because if you yourself can't even accept yourselves and as who you are, as who you want to be, you aspire to be, who you really are, you can't have a spot to be success in this life. Because every single successful people are aware that this is me. I'm not perfect. I have flaw. I may be brilliant to you, but I also sometimes I drawn myself into something that really get me emotional. I was stuck in a place because I was human, but I was okay with that, because there's always a solution to a problem when you try to find an answer to that problem. So being vulnerable to yourself is really important, because there's a quote saying sometimes you need an answer from a really expert, and that's yourself, because you know the answer. You just have to find and look deeper into it. Because I always spend like 10 minutes, 15, sometimes 30 minutes, whether it can be in the shower or in my bed, talking to myself. How are you today? Have you been doing great today? Are you satisfied of what you do today? What should we do to change? What should we do to change today and tomorrow? Are you being really productive today? Is there anything I can do to help you in the future? Like do that every single day and every time. Even before I talk to you, I start rebounding into jumping so I can get myself excited. I visualize, I meditate, and I'm really vulnerable to myself. Even if my mom suddenly opened my door and saw me doing meditation, well, at first she was really, what are you doing? I was meditating, Mom. Thank you for giving a time for me to with myself. So when I do that, I really make peace with myself. And when you're comfortable being vulnerable to other people, not just to yourself, trust me, it changes everything. Because you no longer have anything to hide. And when you don't have anything to hide, you are unstoppable.
Drop the mic. That was awesome. Well, brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your story. Seriously, thank you very, very much. I'm deeply appreciative.
You're welcome. This is the most amazing talks I ever had. Serious about it. Thank you for inviting me, Ben. It really means a lot to me.
Well, thank you. And thank you to everybody who's watching and listening. I love y'all. You know I do. So thank you again, everybody. And I will see you all on the next episode. Take care now.